Hello everyone, this is Linda, and today I have a project to share with you. Craftyirina is having a PenPal flipbook challenge, and so I wanted to get in on the fun. She always has such great giveaways, and there's so much fun to do. So I will link Irene's channel down below if you'd like to go over and get in on the fun. I know there's not a lot of time left, but it's a very easy project to do. It's very fast, and so you could get it done in just a few hours, and maybe not even that long. So anyway, let's get into mine. I want to first say that I used this paper from Crepe Paper, and it's called Hello Love, and it was a hot buy, and it is so pretty. So we'll show you the papers that I used. I have them here. Now this paper was not in this pack. I found it in my stash and wanted to use it, so I have no clue where it came from. It was just a little piece of it there. I used a few of the cut aparts, and this is the papers that I used. I used this one, and I used this, which I really, really like. This is this black and white polka dot with this little tiny pink hearts. So pretty. And then this was the this is an ombre sheet, and I used the bottom of that, and I really think that was also very pretty. I used some of this. I used this paper, which I love, love, love. And then I used this here. And I think that was it. And I am going through this pretty fast because this is the third time that I've done this. Once I was not in frame at all, and then I deleted the second one. So I'm going to try this one more time. So anyway, this is my project. And it's a little fat, but it won't be after Irene takes all the stuff out. So, anyway, let's get to it. Okay, first of all, I used some lace and trim that I had in my stash, and I think both of these came from Hobby Lobby, pretty sure. I used these little photo corners from Teresa Collins, which this was a free gift when I ordered something from scrapbooksteals.com a long time ago. But I thought they went well with this paper. This comes off, has a magnet on the back, and I used all Wild Orchid Crafts embellishments on here, except for the doily. The little red bows are from Michael's, and this was just a little bead string that I had in my stash. All the flowers and the leaves and this little spray are Wild Orchid Crafts. Okay, so then this is a vintage Valentine card that I found at a thrift store. No, it was an antique store that my husband and I went to. I found a few of them, and I put a couple of the other ones in here too. Anyway, I didn't want to glue it down in case maybe Irene might want to use this. She does beautiful junk journals, so this would be a great thing maybe to include in one of her junk journals. And then the magnet is on the back of there, and so you can just stick it there. So, Irene, you could use this. Take this off. You could put another picture in here or whatever, and then just stick that back down. So, anyway, that's how I did that. And we'll move on from there. Let me fix my little flower back down. Okay. Now, this side is another. Well, first let's get the tags out. I made some tags here. And then I used a sticker. It's a little vellum sticker that came in a, well, I don't even see it now. Oh, here it is. Came from this little set here, and I have no clue what this is, where they came from, who made them. I don't have a clue. I just found them in my Valentine stuff. So anyway, I used one here because I thought it just looked really nice on that polka dotted paper. This is another vintage Valentine, and this one's really old. And it's been written on the back, and it was a postcard, and it was written to a Mr. G.W. Thorne Jr. in Florence, South Carolina, and whoever sent it to him didn't want him to know who they were. They've got 2 question marks there. So, well, they could have known who he was. Maybe he just already knew what they were going to be saying, you know, what they wanted to say. Or maybe it was a secret admirer. Who knows? I like to sometimes sit and try to figure out what was going on around the time that this was done. So anyway, it was sent from Winston-Salem, North Carolina in 1929. And it cost 1 cent to mail it. So Mr. Thorne Jr. got himself a Valentine card from somebody. Maybe he knew them, and maybe he didn't. We will never know. So anyway, that's that. Let me put these back in. And then here's, this is a library pocket. And I just did a little watercoloring on it. I stuck some stickers on it. And in here is 2 little packages of tea for Irene and her lovely mother so they can have tea together. And then on this side is another little envelope that was in this package of vintage things that I had gotten. There was a lot of stuff in the package. It was a bag, and it had Valentine cards and Christmas cards and all kinds of stuff in it. So anyway, this was in there too, and I believe this was probably one of the little envelopes that come in a bouquet of flowers from the florist. And I used some repositional tape to stick that down, so Irene will be able to take that off and use it also in her junk journals. And I used a library pocket here to answer the questions that Irene wanted us to answer. So those are in there. And then let me move this down, because this was one of the things why I had to redo this, was because I just spread it all out, and so you only saw a little bit. Okay, so here I made a pocket, and I have some washi tape in there. And then this is just a little Valentine that I found at the thrift store I thought was cute. So I stuck that on there. Let's move back over. Here is a piece of trim that I had in my stash. I thought was pretty. And Irene, you'll have to cut this because I stuck that down a little too much. Too good. It's not going to come up. Here I used some washi tape and put some of those vellum hearts in this little package here for Irene to use. And this is a little notepad that I also got from the thrift store. It's a Happy Valentine's Day, and it's a notepad for you, and it's got a little sticky notepad in it, and it's a heart with a little girl and a bee on it, and it says Lala Loopsy. So I don't know anything about Lala Loopsy, but I thought it was cute, so I stuck that in. And on the back, I made a little pocket, and I added a little pack of black gemstones from Hero Arts. This was just a little square doily that I had in my stash. And underneath it, I made another little envelope and added some K & Company adhesive gems there. And then I already told you about that. So on the back, I just have 2 paper heart doilies and a couple of those little vellum stickers, and I used 2 I used 2 heart appliques that I had in my stash, and I just put a little piece of repositional tape down there so that they would stick on, and so Irene can take those off and use those also. So that is my flip book for Irene. Like I said, it's pretty fat, but once she takes the goodies out, I think it'll be fine. So thanks for stopping by. I will link all of Irene's information below. Irene, I hope you love your little flip book that I've made. I enjoyed so much making it for you. And thanks everyone for stopping by and watching and taking a look at my project. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now.